Why am I going live this late? Why am I going live this late? Why am I going live this late? I don't know. Woo, I don't know. I said, why am I going live this late? Why am I going live so late? Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm joking around. Okay. Yo. What's up? How you doing? What it is? It's your boy Brandon Bravon Towns. Now, this is Sports Plus Life talking ish on a Saturday night, May the 31st, 2025. Last day, last 89 minutes of the month of May for the 2K25. Now, I didn't go live last night, and I'm going to tell you why. One, I was supposed to DJ, but because of the weather, the thunderstorms, the shit got canceled. Wasn't thrilled about it, but, things happen. And once that happened, and once I dealt with my Bree slinged up, I came in the house and I went to sleep. Once I got done with all of that, I came in the house and I went to sleep. And when I wake up, it's like 9 o'clock. And I'm like, oh, malarkey. I'm like, yo, I haven't gotten on live. I'm like, I don't know if my homie was trying to still chill. And, I text my homie, he's on a date. So I'm like, okay, that's what's up. That's what it is. So I get up, get myself together, hit the alphabet store up before they close at 10. And when I get home, I didn't feel like doing shit. I stayed up though. I didn't drink nothing. I was just chilling. I stayed up though, because now I done messed my sleep schedule up, because I done been asleep for a good 4 hours, maybe more, maybe longer, but a good 4 hours to stay straight up. So I don't fall back asleep till 5 o'clock. I watch It 1, It 2, the last Terminator movie that came out. I'm trying to go to sleep, but it's not happening because I'm still up. And I finally go to sleep at about 5. Then I wake up at about 9:30, and I've been up ever since. The only reason why I didn't go back to sleep is because I didn't want my sleep pattern to be too effed up. So anyway, I hope everybody had a wonderful, beautiful week. So I just said, you know what? I'll just mess around and I'll go live tomorrow, which is today. And I ended up being kind of busy. I ain't have nothing to do, so busy. Went with the fam to Short Pump. I hadn't been in Short Pump like mall since Roman was since Roman was an infant. Yeah, I hadn't been, I forgot how nice Short Pump Mall was. Like I said, I hadn't been to that mall in quite some time. So that was cool. Went to Burlington, went to Wegmans. It was cool. Then came back, started working on a little DJ mix, doing laundry, all of the above. Then I cook on the grill, I throw some food on the grill. Matter of fact, I'm really just finished doing that. We ate and everybody left. The kids, they left. And I was like, okay, so now I'm here, solo dolo. And I was like, well, what should I do? Because I've been watching this damn Knicks game, and the damn Knicks have been pissing me off. And as I would like to announce, the NBA Finals, you may as well say it's 49 seconds left to go in the game. The NBA Finals are set. It is going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the New York Knicks. Versus the Indiana Pacers. Forgive me. And this is going to be the finals. Honestly, I think this is a great matchup. I said this before, low key. But this is probably going to be the lowest rated finals, because not only do you not have a major market team, a major market city in there, but at the same time, you don't have an over-the-top superstar. Now, I believe Shea just won the MVP. Shea should get there, but you don't have that over-the-market superstar on a small market team that's going to say, okay, we must watch. Because it's like, I don't know if niggas is rushing to get to the TV to see outside of Oklahoma and Indiana. I don't know if anybody is. Well, hey, I sent you a link Leash, because if you and Courtney are up to it, y'all can jump on. I don't know if anybody is, rushing home to get to their TV to see Shea or Tyrese Halliburton play. That's all I'm saying. Outside of Oklahoma and Indiana. So, it's not like, when you had Chicago versus Utah, even though Chicago is a major market, but, or you had Karl Malone and John Stockton. They are mega stars. They're superstars. And, of course, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, blah, blah, blah. Or even when the Bulls played Seattle, you had Sean Kemp and Gary Payton. And when you had New York versus San Antonio, you had New York, obviously, even though Ewan didn't play that series, but you had Sprewell, Houston, and then you had Duncan and Robinson. So this is going to be a really interesting finals, because I'm sure the NBA, I ain't gonna lie, I'm sure the NBA is probably pissed. The NBA as a front office is probably like, because they know they finna struggle this final series. Because like I said, this is not me hating. Yeah, I can imagine. Hey, I don't know. I can imagine being tired. I'm surprised, honestly, that I actually jumped on, because I know it's past 10 o'clock, it's past 10:30. But I said, you know what, why not? Like I said, everybody just left here. And yeah, I'm just like, all right, let's do it. But back to the NBA. Like I said, the finals is set. It's the Thunder. Oh, I put Thunder. Oh, I'm feeling so stupid. I put Thunder. Wow, that is so black of me. Yeah, I'm gonna hide that for a second. Now let's edit that. I put this. Yep. I will blame that one on the 80 proof. There we go. Haha. That's better. They're probably like, who's the Thunder? There we go. Thunder. But yeah, this is one the NBA is just going to have to chalk up to. It just is what it is. Because Shea is the MVP. He deserved to be the MVP. But again, I don't see where anybody is going to be rushing home outside of sports junkies such as myself. And even I don't have much interest in this final. Like I said, the stylistically, it actually should be a good NBA final series. But, to the common basketball fan, they're not. And unless you're a Pacers fan or Oklahoma City fan, ain't nobody going to give a fuck. But congratulations to the Pacers. Congratulations to the Thunder on making it to the finals. So the finals start June 5th, on Thursday, June 5th. I know the NBA ain't looking forward to seeing what them damn ratings are going to look like, because they're like, oh, my God. Indiana versus Oklahoma City. Damn. They're like, God damn. Like, ugh. For real. They're like, gee whiz. Could we at least have gotten... See, if you had gotten Minnesota in, which that won't happen. But, Ant-Man is, he's a superstar. And again, not saying that Shea isn't. I love watching Shea play. Like, the Thunder, look, let me tell you, the Oklahoma City Thunder are fucking awesome. They are an amazing team to watch play basketball. The problem is, you know what I'm saying? That's all I can say. But what are we going to talk about today? Because as far as I'm concerned, we just talked about the NBA. Harsh, damn it. We have another civil lawsuit that is just dropped about an NBA player. And this one falls against Zion Williamson. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this straight up. And I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. But I'm sick and tired. Like, if these civil lawsuits are true, I mean, if these allegations are true, then why why in the world are these not criminal lawsuits? Why? Why are these lawsuits not? Why are they just civil? Why are they not criminal? Because I see these lawsuits, I read the description of them, and it's like, bruh, if somebody did this to you, why are you just looking for money instead of just looking for what it appears to be just a bag? And I understand that's how it started off with Cassie. But the thing is that Cassie was the first one to do this. Outside, I guess, of the Deshaun Watson stuff. What up, Lil Ma? What up, dog? What it do, baby boy? What good with you, homie? That boy tune in no matter what. What up, dog? What up? Going on with you, homie? I'm tired. And I just got finished grilling. Been drinking, man. But no, back to the Zion Williamson thing. Bruh, I can't, bruh. I just can't, I'm just like, it gets on my damn nerves because it's like, why the hell is this stuff? Again, if this stuff has been done, if this stuff is factually true, then, hey man, I appreciate you, bro. If this stuff is factually true, then why isn't this stuff criminal? See, Diddy's case is totally different because Diddy is being charged on a RICO. He's being charged with a criminal enterprise, and they need Cassie to help sell their case. But what other lawsuit out of this being the new shit to do? This is, and I'm sorry, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. This is like a play now for women, and I'm sick and tired of it. Because if these women are lying and it's proved that they're lying, not name one of these chicks are going to end up having to face any repercussions. No jail time, no nothing. How about if it's found not to be true, how about somebody sue you for between $18 and $50 million? That's not cool. But none of these, not the one on Zion Williamson, says anything about a court case. Shannon Sharp. Goddamn Smokey Robinson. Smokey motherfucking Robinson. Hold on for a second. I'm about to be ghetto. What up, boy? Hey, bro, I'm live now, bro. I'm on YouTube. I'm doing my show. I'm live right now, bro. No, you good, bro? Yeah, the Knicks got the crap beat out of them. Ain't gonna talk about that, bro. Well, I just got finished talking about it, but I'm live right now, my boy. Oh, I'm about to type in. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead. You know my YouTube, John? I got you. All right, man. So again, look, out of all of this stuff, bro, it's like not Zion Williamson, not Shannon Sharp, Smokey Robinson. There's a sexual assault case on 85-year-old ass Smokey Robinson that stems back to last year at 85 years old. Who the fuck is Smokey Robinson sexually assaulting? Who? Not that. The only one that's gone to trial is Diddy, not Deshaun Watson. And it just seems like this is just, hey, if you want to hurry up, if you want to get a nice, a life-changing piece of money, accuse a famous person of sexual assault, accuse a famous black man, of sexual assault. I'm sorry, bruh. This believe all women shit is fucking ridiculous. This believe all women shit is ridiculous. It's whack as a bitch. And I'm to the point now where it's gotten just so common, redundant, and ridiculous. Well, I'm having a hard time believing this shit now. Because again, I'm like, when you read these cases and you read the details of these cases, you're like, hold up. Why aren't these women filing criminal cases against these famous celebrities? Because wouldn't you want them in jail? Because if you can file a case to put them in jail, even if they're not put in jail, you still can do the civil suit, even if they're found not guilty. Now, tough luck, good luck with that, but it can still be done. And it's like, I'm over it, bro. I'm just over it. Because that's like the new fad to do now. That's like the new thing to do. I'm fucking over it.
For Zion Williamson. And things just got way worse. The former number 1 overall pick and New Orleans Pelicans superstar is now facing a serious lawsuit filed in Los Angeles, accusing him of rape and years of abusive, controlling, and threatening behavior toward his ex-girlfriend. Filed under the name Jane Doe, the suit alleges Zion threatened to harm her and her family, monitored her location, and even entered her apartment without permission between 2020 and 2023. The allegations are chilling, including claims that Williamson once threatened to have a security guard shoot her in the head. This comes just weeks after the mother of Zion's child, Akima Love, was arrested for stalking and assault related to another woman linked to him. Neither Zion nor his camp has publicly responded yet, but this is a developing story that could have huge implications on his career and future in the NBA. Stay tuned. It's been a rough offseason for Zion.
Oh boy, yeah, they do need to leave Smokey alone. Like, are you joking? Smokey Robinson. But Zion Williamson, oh boy. Oh boy. Again, I'm over the shit. I am. I'm over the shit. I'm over it. Because it's like, again, it's just like the flavor of the month shit. And I'm not trying to sound insensitive. I'm not. But if somebody did that to me, I would want them arrested. I would want them put behind bars. They should be put behind bars if this stuff is true. But everything is civil. Somebody who rapes somebody should be in jail, not just writing a check. And that's my problem with it, is that everything seems to be centered around, oh, let me get you gonna get a check. Nigga, what? Nigga, huh? Man, let me tell you something. If somebody rapes somebody that I love and they come to me saying, yeah, we're going to take out a civil case, I'm going to cuss their ass out. I'm like, nah, fuck that. If they did this to you, they need to go to jail. They need to go to jail or worse. Put it that way. But I'm not going to sit here and say, man, I stand with Zion, yada, yada, yada. I'm not going to sit here and say all that, but what I will say is that this shit is, it's just, to me, it's a lot of fuckery going on here. I'm just being honest with you. It is. Now, before I go on to this next video, school year is over. The school year is over. So if you're watching and you have kids, you about to deal with 2.5 months of, man, I can't wait till school starts. Man, I can't wait till school starts. Man, I can't wait till school starts. The only thing that's like, that I think is ass backwards is that, now, because the dates have been changed, it used to be you get out in mid-June, you come back in early September. Now it's you get out at the end of May and you come back in mid-August. Enjoy your summer break. And this is me being a technical dickhead right here, but enjoy your summer break. Okay. So shouldn't it be called your spring-summer vacation? Because there's still 3 weeks of spring left. And by the time you get back to school, it's still going to be a month of summer left. It's crazy because now they got everybody coming back to school in the hottest fucking time of the year. Yikes. You said you're bored is probably what you'll hear. Well, Courtney told me yesterday when I saw her when she was getting ready to get on her bus, she said that she's going to be working at Chick-fil-A. So hopefully she won't be that bored. She'll be busy making money. I mean, that's what she told me because I asked her. I said, "What you gonna do?" She said, "I should be working, at Chick-fil-A." So I'm like, "Okay, that's what's up." Got a couple folks. I know a couple of folks who ride my bus. A couple of my high schoolers who I'm proud of, who are gonna be riding the bus. Who ride the bus, telling me, that they got jobs, they got summer jobs, and that's what's up. That's what it is. Make that money. You heard me. If if you a high schooler watching this right now, make that money. Get that money. Buy your whole wardrobe. Save, make, have your parents being happy and proud that they ain't got to spend no more of their goddamn money. At least for this upcoming school year. So now I find it funny when people was telling me, enjoy your break. I'm like, what break? I say, shit. I gotta be in my bus at 6:15 Monday morning. Okay, 6:15 Monday morning. I'm back on the Grizzy. Gotta get that paper. Gotta get that money. He says she has an interview coming up. Well, Courtney, who was our favorite freshman, is now our sensational sophomore. That favorite freshman title now has to go to Roman Towns. He has to be the show's new favorite freshman. So, but we definitely want to interview our previous favorite freshman about the experience of ninth grade and what the goals that she has set for being the sensational sophomore that we know that she's going to be. So yeah. Now, I'm about to get it back to the adult world, if you will. So here we go.
Welcome to another installment of NNN where we give it to you straight, no chaser. The Diddy Diggler. Well, they released some photos from the Miami raid, and it's just, it's baby oil, it's Astroglide, it's dildos, it's pumps, it's clit motherfucking, it's whips, chains, bondage, handcuffs. Man, this dude he's a masterful freak. This nigga's gonna win Freak of the Year every year until he's dead, goddammit. This motherfucker. Graze him well. Damn. Who signed the bad boy? I'm just saying, this motherfucker's in jail for being a freak. That's all the evidence y'all got is baby oil, chips and whips and chains and shit. I guarantee you the police officer's house, he got the same goddamn shit Diddy got. Except he got official handcuffs. It has been reported that Diddy hung a rapper over the balcony because he was ashy. And now what's my rules? Huh? What's never to be ashy? Now what you gonna do? I'm gonna dip myself in that pool of baby oil? That's right. I ain't Big Red. I'm Big Diddy, the Diggler.
I mean, the thing that trips me out about this case is that you hear all of the you hear about all of the people testifying. You hear more or less about domestic shit. That's the thing that tripped me out. You hear more or less about, like, it's crazy because it's like if Diddy was on trial for domestic abuse, that nigga would have been found guilty after day one. Matter of fact, that nigga, well, you wouldn't even needed to hear full. You wouldn't have to have nobody take the stand. All you have to do is watch some motherfucking video of him 50-yard field goal kicking her right in the fucking ass. Everybody saw that shit. Everybody saw that shit. But it's like, it's like they're trying to do the whole sex trafficking thing, but it's like, nothing looks good for him. I mean, if you want to get him as far as public opinion, as far as him being an awful person, and if that's what you're going to lock him up for, is for being an awful person, I mean, okay. I mean, because I don't Honestly, after seeing that video, and that was over a year ago, I'm like, do whatever, piece of shit, dude, whatever.
Welcome back to NNN, where we give it to you straight, no chaser. Cassie took the stand once again, and she testified during decades of abuse, being coerced into drug-fueled sex encounters, termed freak-offs. Look, every time I'm listening to these motherfucking court reporters, they sound so white. It's another freak off. A freak off. No, they were fucking. How about that? A freak off. It was a session. So now, the bitch had to suck dicks. She had to motherfucker take it in the ass. She had to drink piss. And 10 years of that. And everybody's saying it's Diddy's fault. I think she quite enjoyed it per her text messages. I can't wait for the next freak off. So the bitch was, she's a freak too, goddammit. Freak of the week. Yeah! She recounted the hotel assault, 2016. And that shit was 10 years ago. So, there's somebody pulling the strings. That motherfucker tape had been circulating, but they just put it out 10 years later when they setting up Diddy for the fall. So it's just the puppet masters, Clive Davis. It's the puppet masters, UEW. It's the puppet masters. You know what I mean? So he done pissed somebody off, and then it's hangman's court now. That motherfucker's guilty of being a freak. That's all I'm seeing so far. But now he's facing some serious charges because Capricorn Clark, his former assistant, she said that Combs kidnapped her at gunpoint. Confronted rapper Kid Cudi, who he suspected of dating Cassie. Cassie was dating hundreds of motherfuckers in front of the nigga. What the fuck would make Kid Cudi so special? You set up and jacked off to her for getting by at least 100 sex workers. I'm trying to figure out what the is your problem, dude. Do you want to, or don't you want to, or you just got to watch? I think that's what it was. Kid Cudi didn't want to come over in front of you, so now he got to burn his motherfucker's car up, run his house, steal all his kids' Christmas presents and shit. What kind of shit is this, Diddy? God damn. Kid Cudi, he got on the stand saying he recounted the break-in of his homes by calling subsequent firebombing of his car, and he didn't put no gasoline on that car, just trust and believe that it was baby oil. He baby oiled the shit that car, threw some mattress at it, boom, it went up in flames and shit. Anyway, so that's some sick kind of jealousy. You can watch it get, but you don't want to get what you out to watch it. Yeah, we'll be right back after this commercial break.
That's a good point. Like, did he watch Cassie being piped by several different people, piped and pissed on? So why come after Kid Cudi? I guess Eddie Griffin makes a good point. Why? Because he couldn't see it. Hey, Kia. Hey, Kia.
Greetings. Sorry, my mic was muted.
Hey, Walter. What's up, my boy? How you doing, little bro?
Hey, Walter.
That's a good point, though. Like, did he watch her be done up? I guess it had to be people that he deemed was okay to do that. Like, that's crazy. He makes a really good point.
I think it's more so to do with a control factor. I don't think it has anything to do with him not being able to see it. Diddy likes control. So, of course, he looked at Cassie as his property, as belonging to him. So the fact that she is making a conscious choice to be with someone outside of him and having, sex, well, I don't know if they had sex or not, but, supposedly having sex.
I believe it.
And he has no control over the situation. I think that may have made him more angry, alone than just them having a relationship.
Girl, you gonna fuck who I tell you to fuck.
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you gonna fuck who I tell you to fuck, who I'm comfortable beating my shit to. And right, Kid Cudi don't do it for me. Oh boy. Kid Cudi don't do it for
I'll
me.
be honest, I was shocked when I heard that Cassie and Kid Cudi were in a relationship because I don't know why I thought Kid Cudi was gay.
Well, the
I
nigga
don't
wore a
know why I
wedding dress
thought
at the
that.
Met Gala. So, he
Oh,
might.
maybe that's why. Maybe that's
I
why.
mean, so there may be a little sugar in that little nigga tank. Michael B. Jordan doesn't do it for Diddy,
I
but for
mean,
he hired the person who ended up being her wife. I mean, her husband, and they just had their third kid. Cassie had the baby like 2 days ago.
well, good for her. Good for
Like,
them
hey,
all.
yeah, you just had the baby. You think you can get on the stand again next week?
But you know what? I'm not trying to play devil's advocate or anything like that, but I'm just trying to look at it as realistically. I mean, because a lot of people make good points when they say, she was with Diddy for a long time. And you can't tell me that she was miserable the whole time. She was being forced to do this the whole time. I can't see anybody being in a decades long relationship being forced to do stuff like that if they didn't enjoy it. So I'm pretty sure that there was a point in time where Cassie was enjoying it. However, you know what? And I don't really know Cassie like that or anything about her, but this is just kind of what I think about the whole situation. I think, being that Cassie was young when her and Diddy first started going together, Diddy was like her first real relationship. He taught her how to do a lot of things, kissing the whole nine, right? So, she really had strong feelings for him, but Diddy was much older, more mature. And I really find it hard to believe that he was able to it, keep a relationship with just him and Cassie, which is why maybe he brought in other guys for Cassie to sleep with because he knew he was sleeping with other women too. Like, for example, he was
And other
still
men.
with Kim Porter. He was still seeing Kim Porter while him and Cassie were together before Kim Porter died. And there were reports that Cassie was very upset about that.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
that Cassie was mad because I think Diddy would spend most of the holidays with Kim and the kids or whatever the case may be, and which is why Cassie would end up spending most of her holidays with her parents. And I also think that, I'm serious.
no,
And
I'm not laughing
also,
at that. No, I'm not laughing at that. Go ahead.
so you got to think about it like this. You got this young girl in this wild and crazy relationship, this whirlwind relationship. Apparently, I heard she came from nothing. So this is a lot, this is all new for her. She developed really strong feelings for that man. And I think for a while she was with it until she felt like maybe she wasn't Diddy's number one anymore.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah, yeah. I
and
believe
then she
that.
started entertaining other people. But
Yeah,
Diddy, being Diddy, is controlling, and they did the whole back and forth thing until she decided that she had enough. But what I also heard, I think from one of the witness testimonies, I don't remember which witness it was, but apparently, I think it was a witness testimony. But anyway, I heard that Cassie was supposedly um jealous of the relationship that Diddy was having with Young Miami, which is what sparked her to come after Diddy for some money in the first place. Because Cassie spent all those years with Diddy under the guys that he was going to make her this big star. And pretty much all he did was freak her out.
and put it on
But
Empire
you
on a
got,
couple episodes.
but here he go with my Young Miami. He, setting up shows for her, podcasts and
I
this and
mean,
that,
mind
doing
you,
this, doing that.
Young Miami was already a star when they got together.
I understand that, but he was also making moves for her. Like I
Yeah,
think when she did her podcast, wasn't that on the Revolt?
I couldn't. Don't get me the lion, but
I think it was on Revolt, but
okay.
don't quote me. I think it was. But bottom line is
You
that
said
that's just
brother vote.
that was alleged. I don't know if that is the case for real, but apparently that's what kind of prompted her to file a lawsuit. And I think that she feels like I don't think she was really mad about the trafficking, the that. I think what really happened is that she got mad because she feel like she didn't get anything out of all those years with Diddy. Her music career, nothing didn't pan out the way she wanted to, and she wanted to get back at Diddy. But I don't think what she thought is that it was going to lead to this. I don't think she thought it was going to lead to any criminal stuff because I feel that for a long time she was down with it. She was down with it. So why would you go criminally against somebody that you had a part in doing the same shit that they're being charged with doing?
Well, I
So
believe
he got some form of immunity for testifying against him. Cassie made it out crazy because not only did she get money from the civil settlement, this nigga's probably gonna go to jail.
well, I believe, I agree. Um, I agree that she was definitely felt some type of way because she thought she was going to be Mrs. Combs. I believe that. I believe she really thought that she was going to be Mrs. Combs and she was willing to put up with X, Y, and Z, and that that her ultimate prize was going to be Mrs. Diddy. And when she realized that she really won't shit to him, but a trophy piece, she had some of that bitter bitch syndrome, as I like to call it. But I'm not condoning anything that either of them did. I said this at the beginning of once I heard that first day of testimony, I was like, y'all are both of y'all are disgusting human beings. And I believe that once she realized that she was not going to be Mrs. Combs, she started reaching out to other men. But like you said, and I agree, he's a control freak, and it became increasingly more violent. We and everybody saw it. There's nothing alleged about what we saw. I don't think she didn't. I don't think she deserved that whatsoever. And I believe she probably felt there came a time in the relationship where she just felt like property. Well, literally, she didn't feel like she was, and if she didn't feel like she was in a relationship, she felt like she was property. She felt like she was a trophy piece just being used. And then comes the lawsuit. And again, I'm gonna say this. I don't feel sorry for Diddy in the least bit. Not a little bit. If this is how you choose to live your life, you want to dance with the devil, you shouldn't be surprised when the devil pulls the rug from under you, because he's the devil, and that's what he do. So whoever he pissed off or pissed on, I don't feel no remorse for him. I don't. Not even a little bit. And because I think that morally, he's a disgusting human being. So is Cassie. So is all the other people that chose, to participate in these orgies and however far else they went with the rituals and huh? What?
I'm sorry, it's funny. It's like whenever you talk about something that is either something that someone likes to do, they call it shaming. But when you talk about someone's sexual preferences, that's called kink shaming.
I don't give a fuck. Well, look, whatever Diddy's preference is, that's his business. But if you're doing this shit, if you're drugging,
I'm gonna be honest, it's a lot to take in.
If you're drugging people, if these bathtubs full of baby oil have some chemical in it that that makes you inebriated beyond the point of where you have control of your body, then no, that's not okay. I mean,
well, let's just look at it like this, okay? Because either one or two things is the case, right? So either Diddy is just a freak who likes to do freak. All of this stuff was consensual, even the drugging part, even the fact that the baby oil allegedly had, drugs in it, and that every bottle you touched had alcohol in it, and everything was being recorded and everybody knew. Okay, that could be the case, or, it could not be the case. Nobody knew that the baby oil had drugs in it. Nobody knew that the liquor had drugs in it. Nobody knew it was Diddy sitting in the corner with a hijab on, butt naked in a chair. Like, nobody knows. Like, and the thing that's crazy is, like, I feel like unless you show the jury video evidence, because I feel like the testimony is all well and good, right? But what the fuck is the point of the feds raiding his house if you're not going to present all the evidence that you found during the raid? Like they said,
what they've been saying is that they've been watching them freak off tapes in the courtroom. That's why one of the reasons why the case ain't
no,
been
they
publicized.
have not been. They've been, from what I heard, they've been seeing still shots of the videos. So how can you determine how? But what my question is, and I'm not on Diddy's team or nothing like this. I'm just looking at it from a legal perspective. How can you determine whether someone is having consensual sex from a still frame?
Well, see,
How
I heard
can
different.
you?
I heard that they've been watching the actual tapes. I've heard that from a couple of different outlets.
Okay. Well, if you get a chance, and you can find an outlet where it says that, because I haven't heard that.
Matter of fact,
and I could be wrong.
One of the outlets is what we're watching right now. It wasn't this specific episode because I haven't watched this specific episode. But yeah, this was one of the outlets. And it wasn't, just Eddie Griffin. It was, I can't remember the other outlet, but yeah, they said that they were actually watching the tapes in the courtroom, which is one of the reasons why it wasn't why you couldn't see the case live when it was happening, is because they were watching these tapes.
Well, that's not why you can't watch. No, the tapes aren't why you can't watch the court. I mean, the trial live. You can't watch. They never allow cameras in federal court. No federal court. No trial, any federal case like this, you'll never see cameras in the courtroom.
The OJ case, that was.
But that wasn't, I don't think that was a federal case. That was being charged by California state.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, there were a lot of jokes made when the word got out that they were watching them porno tapes. But let me get back to the video. Boy, make me want to be a part of the jury. No, I'm just playing.
She's a big old freak. Does a big old freak. She's a freak of the week. Yeah. And we're back. Welcome back to NNN. Check it out. Regina Ventura, that's Cassie's mother. That gave birth to the freak of the year. Yeah, she says in her testimony that Combs demanded $20,000 to prevent the release of explicit videos of her daughter Cassie, leading her to take out a home equity loan to pay him. This motherfucker's worth at least $2 billion at that time. This motherfucker want $20,000 from her mama. You's a cold ass nigga, boy. God damn, nigga, the pimping is real in your family. Shit, what the $20,000 from a broke old woman.
What wouldn't surprise me if that was true is, Diddy seem like a person where he doesn't need it, but it's more or less he wants to, have that power trip, like you say, control. It's the principles that matters, Daddy. No, I don't need the 20,000. I shit out 20,000, Daddy. But
that's what Testy's mom. Testy.
But this bitch gonna pay, or else I'm gonna put all these tapes out. Can't stop. I'm gonna put out all these videos of her taking that. Daddy.
No.
This bitch pay me 20,000, and what I'm gonna do with it?
No.
Wipe my ass with it.
But do you know why?
What up, Rob?
Do you know why?
Do you know why?
Yeah, I do know why. So Cassie's mom testified in court that Diddy found out that Cassie was seeing the guy who would later on become her
Michael B.
husband,
Jordan. Oh, okay. Oh, the
Alex
personal trainer.
Fine.
Yeah, the personal trainer who he hired. That's funny.
Exactly. He found out that him and Cassie was messing around. So he called the mom and basically was like, your daughter is messing around with this dude that I didn't pay money. I want my money
Yeah.
back. And also threatened, her sex tapes or whatever the case may be. So Cassie's mom freaking out. She and the dad go take out a home equity loan.
Cash out home equity loan. Yeah.
Home equity loan and send the money to Diddy. No questions asked or whatever the case may
Old as a
be.
bitch. That's funny.
Apparently 3 days later, the money got sent back with no correspondence, no nothing. It just sent back.
That's almost like I just wanted to see if they would do it. They did it. Let me send them that shit back. Like, because it's like, I mean, I've never been rich. I've never been a millionaire, let alone, close to a billionaire. But, it seems like, that would be the type of joke that you would, or the type of prank that you would pull on somebody just to see if they would do it. Because you feel like, like you sitting in a room one day, jacking each other off, drinking your finest Ciroc, saying, hey, daddy, I bet you she messing with that dude that I hired. What kind of shit is that? That's all right. I'm going to show them. I bet you I could make her mom send me $20,000 or better, or I'm going to put some videos out on them. I bet you she'd do it. And once you do it, I just want to see if she'll do it. Then I'll send them the shit back. It's bad boy. Take that.
Wow. Okay.
That just seems like some shit that a billionaire would do. Because you got nothing else to do.
I hate when people say that billionaires have nothing else to do. There are a lot of things you can do.
I mean, they're investing
it's
all
just,
over the place.
Okay, for some
that seems like something a control freak would do. That seems like something a control freak would do.
Right. I was about to say, for some strange reason, a handful of billionaires, tend to not do right with their wealth. They do what you would expect a rich, entitled person to do.
I guarantee every billionaire has done some rich, entitled fuck shit.
I mean, you don't know that.
I don't know it, but my gut tells me I'm probably about 90% right.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. If you became a billionaire, would you ever do some rich, entitled shit?
No, because I done spent too long being in their eyes broke. The fuck? Hell no. The hell? Shit. Okay. It ain't worth it. At this point in my life, I was going to become a billionaire tomorrow. At this point in my life, would I do some fucked up shit to somebody just to prove, I can do it? No. I'm just not wired that way. No, at this point in my life.
So if you think that way, don't you think it's a possibility that there's a billionaire out there who thought the same way as you and would never, or has never done anything like that?
I believe that there are possibly people who would think the same way as me, but if they're billionaires now, I can probably bet that they were millionaires in their 20s and 30s. Or pretty damn close. Because you've got to have some type of cutthroat in you to be a billionaire.
No, I don't believe that. I believe you got to
wholeheartedly believe that.
No, I don't believe you got to be.
And I'm not talking about literal. I'm not talking about literally, but from a business standpoint, there you've got to have some cutthroat in you. You
just got to be disciplined. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's true too. But I believe that there's a cutthroat aspect. I'm going to step over a couple of people to be, to get to that point. I firmly believe that.
I don't like that because it's like you make it seem like only people with ill moral character can become rich and not famous, rich and like billionaires and millionaires.
I didn't say immoral I didn't say immoral, but I believe.
If you gotta stepping over somebody to get where you gotta get, that's low morals.
Well, Kia, that's what it is. I guarantee that shit. For
I
every
believe
billionaire,
that there are some billionaires.
For every billionaire,
I don't believe that.
I do 100%. That at some point in time they will have had to have alienate somebody to generate their wealth. I firmly believe that.
You keep switching up your words. One is stepping over, then it's alienate, then it's
stepping over. If you step over, come on now. Let's come on now. If you're stepping over somebody, aren't you alienating them when you're stepping over them? Come on now.
Yeah.
Exactly. Come on now. Come on.
Kind of.
Ain't no kind of. If you stepping over, so what they say? I like to thank all the little people I stepped on. Well, them little people was probably pissed as shit when you stepped over them.
Yeah, but I don't think everybody does that.
Shit. No, I mean,
I don't think everybody do that.
I'm glad. Well, that's your opinion. I think all the billionaires do that. That's your opinion, and I respect it. I do. I believe to be billionaire status, you done alienated a few people. I firmly believe that. All right, let me go on with the video. God damn it. Gosh darn it.
Check it out. Denzel was on a red carpet, and the incident. Roll the clip. Check it out.
Denzel Washington est toujours avec nous. Il a réalisé 4 longs métrages. Il y a aussi The Great Debaters, Fences.
I don't know who the dumb paparazzi was, but motherfucker, D-Money. Leave that brother alone. He got nice hands in that motherfucking box, and he known to knock a motherfucker in the dirt, goddammit. Now just be cool, motherfucker. You don't put your hands on nobody. What's wrong with you paparazzi motherfuckers? All you goddamn hunting for stories and shit. Take a picture of a motherfucker taking a shit. Take a picture of a motherfucker eating. Take a picture of a motherfucker walking across the street. Now it's a red carpet. It ain't Denzel's fault that everybody else done elbowed your little soft ass out the way. You trying to get a little glimpse of Denzel. You should have positioned yourself better, motherfucker. Paparazzis. Y'all gonna fuck around and find out. You're gonna fuck around and find out, trust me. And you don't want to see that, brother. King Kong ain't got nothing on me. Boy, he got a whole lot of pent-up aggression. Trust. Yeah, you want to touch somebody, nigga, go touch Diddy. Sure he'd like it. He'll touch you back, too.
Hey, he was having a Denzel moment on that paparazzi dude.
Well, I mean, that guy deserved it.
Hell yeah. Denzel in his goddamn 70s was about to hook that motherfucker. Oh yeah. You saw he had that index finger pointed firmly. And he was having, you know how when I watch Denzel movies, I look for the Denzel moment. And he was having a Denzel moment on that motherfucker.
The Denzelisms.
Boy, that nigga had just turned into Alonzo from Training Day. Don't do it. He had just turned into Reuben Hurricane Carter. That boy was about to fuck him up.
Usher. Brothers out here in Las Vegas just he's breaking homes up. This is a home wrecker like a motherfucker. Another old woman. You know what I mean? She's way past my cutoff age. You catch me with a bitch over 35, I'm holding her for the police. All I can do is show you where the old folks' home is, right down that way. You know how many Dick Street and seen in 35 years? Plenty. No thank you. Anyway, Usher's audience is, range from, late 20s to damn near dead. And one of the in between death and alive, Usher got to serenade, and her husband didn't like that shit. Check it out.
Who late for this? Who late for this?
He learned all that shit in Diddy Flavor Camp. Well, her husband didn't like that shit, and he divorced her. Yeah. So I don't know if Usher's gonna take her in like Diddy took him in when he was just a child. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Now he's real late with that one because that happened over a month ago. But the funny part is that she came out on a local TV show, you know, a local morning show, saying that she was single, and it was legally found out that no, she wasn't, and the husband did divorce her, and that's hilarious to me. That's hilarious to me. But she had her 15 minutes of fame.
Why it's hilarious. I mean, to be honest, it's not. Why would he divorce her because Usher serenaded her at a concert? It's Usher. It's not like, excuse me. It's not like she gonna be seeing him every day, calling him on the phone.
If he divorced her for that, it was probably a lot. If he divorced her for that, it was probably a lot of deeper issues going on.
That's what I'm saying. It can't just be.
That was probably the straw that broke the camel's back. But you know, it's because of Usher.
It can't be Usher.
It's probably the Usher concert. Usher is what put it over the top. It was probably a lot. He said that. He also said that, you know, she doesn't. The public affection that she showed Usher, she never showed him that public affection.
Usher, are you joking?
Well, look, I mean, look, if that's how he feel, I mean, you can't.
That is insane, bro. No,
you can't sit here and tell a person how to feel. I mean,
no, I want a refund.
Well, I mean,
I want a refund.
No, he's probably saying the same thing. So.
No. I can see if it's a dude that she dancing with at the nightclub that they went to on a Friday night. It's a concert. It's a celebrity.
I mean,
that's an exception.
No, it's in some people's eyes. No, it's not.
She was just standing there.
Don't matter.
Staring into his eyes as he was singing.
Don't matter. I mean, he said that she doesn't show him. She's saying that she doesn't show him that type of, has never showed him any public affection. So, but I'm like this: if she never showed you that public affection, you should have probably left the chick a while ago. Then,
yeah, but you know, ask yourself this question: has he ever sang to her while staring deeply into her eyes and feeding her cherries?
I don't know.
Exactly. Exactly.
If that's how he felt.
Exactly.
If that's the case,
so before you can pick a side, you got to know both sides of the story,
I'm not picking a side because
you did. You did because you said if that's how he felt, he should have left her a long time ago. But what about, you know what I'm saying? Even if the roles were reversed, even if it was a dude getting serenaded by Beyonce and the wife was mad and divorced his ass,
and then
you gotta ask yourself why.
Then she should have divorced. Then she should have left him a long time ago. That's definitely deeper than the concert. But if he felt that strongly about it, he shouldn't have waited until a public concert. I mean, I
just think that is foolish.
I believe a big part of that is there's probably an embarrassment level to him for people who know that that's his wife, and they're like, "Damn, nigga, you gonna let Usher do that to your wife? Y'all know you've been fed up with her." And so, I mean, but I'm like, if he felt like that, then he probably should have signed them papers.
No.
He probably should have signed them a long time ago.
You know who else did some foolishness like this? Keke Palmer's baby daddy.
Well, no, that nigga was getting the threatening. He was talking about physical violence and shit like that.
Yeah, but it all kind of came to a head after, when Keke was dancing with Usher at his concert.
You better be careful before somebody come for your ass. You keep on fucking up, putting ends to these relationships. I mean, it is what it is. But again, if you had issues, if that man had issues, he should have probably said chuck the deuces a long time ago. And it is what it is. All I said, bye, bitch.
Yikes.
Bye, bud.
Welcome back to NNN. Yeah, Almighty Whitey is at it again. Yeah, the white supremacist terrorist group called White. Yeah, they just love marching with them little flags and dressing up like little army boys and Yeah, let's check it out. They just like marching. This is in Kansas, by the way. These the same little white boys I used to whoop in school. But yeah, here we go.
For the life of our nation! For the liberty of our people!
And that's enough of that bullshit. Ha! Yeah. They just want America to themselves, but we were here first. Y'all the imports talking about it's my goddamn country. No, it ain't. Take your ass back to Europe. We telling Mexicans to go back to Mexico, Asians to go back to China. Take your ass back to Europe, Germany, France, England, one of the motherfucking countries over there. Y'all ain't from this motherfucker either. So we either gonna all get along together or shit, fuck it. You know what they missing? This is white supremacy started when slavery ended. They just miss having in their house. You know what I mean? Having cook your food, having clean up for you. That's what you really love. It's deep down inside, but you're just too jealous to say it. Oh yeah, when y'all owned us, you had us all up in your house, eating your food, shit. Now that we're free, wink, wink.
Right.
All of a sudden you got mad. They're not mine no more, and I can't even call them without getting hit in the goddamn mouth. And that's how simple it is. You so filled with your own shit that you can't see beyond your own motherfucking nose. That long pointed motherfucker. Yeah. Cause y'all some nosy motherfuckers. To hate niggas that much, y'all surely concerned with what the we doing. Ain't that the truth?
You know what? Them whites, those white supremacist people, they're like a group full of ditties.
Okay.
They just want control. They just want control. It ain't even about we don't want you in our country no more. No, you just want control over what each and every black person does. Yeah.
They just don't want our powers to activate.
Group full of ditties. And I'm not talking about the white race as a whole. I'm talking about the white supremacists. They're like a group full of ditties. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
Because I think Eddie hit it right dead on the nail. You claim you hate niggas so much, but sure is worried about what a nigga doing. Ain't that a bitch? No. And instead of hoods, I noticed they were wearing the fucking little mask that you can get at any gas station or at any beauty supply store. They probably went to Costco's and bought all them white shits in bulk. I don't know.
Wow.
Or BJ's or Sam's Club. Take your pick. And again, Eddie didn't say anything factually incorrect. That race, the race of the Caucasian race, was not in this country first. It just wasn't. It was people of color over here first. So whenever you tell somebody to go back to their country, he's absolutely right. Well, this, you ain't from this motherfucker neither. And excuse me, unless anybody in this bitch was born in 200 fucking 300 years ago, if anybody was born in this country over the last 150, 200 years, it kind of is their country now because it's the only country they know. So, you know, I'm just saying, I may have touched a nerve in this motherfucker. I don't know. Because I'm not, you know, I'm not anti anything except anti hate and anti bullshit. But you know, I'm going to tell it the way I see it. And sometimes the uncomfortable conversation is the necessary one. Holla at you, boy.
Ibrahim Traore. They tried to tempt his life once again. They sent this small white woman in a UN Red Cross laden truck, and she pulled up to the compound. And Ibrahim ain't no fool. He's watching them watch where they set up at, where the electricity's at, where the how many guards is in there. This don't sound like a doctor who's coming to help people who are sick, and with nobody in that motherfucker sick. And Ibrahim just kept giving her enough rope to hang herself, and put her up. And she didn't know the whole place was bugged. She on the phone telling everything. And he woke up he waited till the morning, let her get up, and let her set up her little doctor's office, and then he hit her with it. Bitch, who was you calling last night at approximately 11:30 p.m.? Shut up. We have it recorded. Now, who was it? And then put her on international TV. Of course, American media did not play it because they did not want, they didn't want people to know that, these UN caravans of help, nigga, are really there to spy and kill motherfuckers. Yeah, y'all talking about this brother's some kind of military, and then gonna use a to try to set up same thing they did with Gaddafi with Obama. They always put a black face on it to make sure, hey, that's white people with hands off. Bullshit. Ibrahim Traore, man, keep going. Africa unite. It's our motherfucking resources. How the fuck you just gonna build some shit over there and just mine and ship it over to your motherfucking country, and then y'all get all the riches, and then the motherfucking country it came from, everybody over there poor. That's the projection y'all like to put out in the world. It just flies on them. Everybody's starving. I done been to Africa. I bought this motherfucking suit right here in Africa, South Africa to be exact. So call that. They got major cities over there. They got motherfuckers getting it, and really nice people. You know what I mean? And the South African refugees, they just, oh my God, they're all dying. At the fuck out of here. Ain't nobody killing no goddamn farmers. What the fuck wrong with you sons of bitches? Shout out to Ibrahim Traore. We love you over here. Bondage, handcuffs, man. This Ibrahim Traore, man, keep going. Africa unite.
There we go. Any comments on the African comment?
No.
That because your ass sitting there dozing off.
No, I'm not dozing off.
Okay.
I'm sitting here wide awake.
Okay.
I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, the thing that bothers me is that, and I told you I won't go talk politics, but I'm gonna just say this one thing real quick. I'm gonna jump in and jump out like I'm gonna jump in, jump out like double dutch real quick. Jump in, jump out.
We're reacting to. It's okay.
Yeah. But so what I will say is it bothers me that people blatantly ignore the racism. The fact of the matter is, in Trump's first term, he banned people from pretty much all brown countries from being able to travel to the United States. But your fight this time is immigration. However, you allow the only immigrants you want to allow in just so happen to be white South Africans. Like it really bothers me that the people who are pro-Trump just glaze over it like it's not blatant racism. And that's one thing that bothers me about most people who support Trump is that for some reason you put on blinders to all the blatant disrespect, the racism, the bigotry, the sexism, the classism, the just all out not giving a fuck about nobody but Trump. You just it's just weird to me. It's like, what effect does this man have on it? Almost makes me feel like he got people under a spell, and for some reason I'm immune to it because I don't see what people see. Like there are some things
Well,
and some
black man
policies
pictures.
that he have that I'm like, all right, cool, I'm all right with that. But the majority of his, policies I disagree with. I just can't see what the masses see in him because all I see is someone who wants to divide America instead of unite America, which is literally in the title, which is literally in the name. It bothers me. Which is why everybody talking about a conspiracy and this and this and that, which is why like I'll take it even further. I got a conspiracy for the conspiracy. I don't believe none of that shit. And I think it's something else that they don't want you to see. They want us to argue about these stupid ass conspiracy theories, and ain't none of that shit true because it's all completely something else. The good guys are the bad guys are the good guys, and all and a bunch of other shit. Like it's a bunch of chaos and
That's
confusion.
what I'm talking about. The Robert Chandler is strong in you.
Don't do that.
I'm being
Do
honest.
not
That's exactly
do
so. And
that.
I'm not saying it to be funny. That's something exactly what he would say.
I
And
don't give
I
a
would,
shit.
and I would agree with that statement.
I don't. That's why I don't trust any of them. I don't trust nobody.
That's that. Hey,
All I
that's
trust
my
is
world.
Jesus Christ.
There you go. That's why I
And
voted for him.
as of right now, I trust cash. That's about it.
That's why I voted for Jesus. There you go. I don't trust none of
It's
them.
like
I don't
it's
trust none
all
of them.
chaos. It's all
They
confusion.
all apples
And
from
to
the
be
same
honest,
tree. Fuck them
I
all.
for a while I didn't think Trump was racist until I started paying more attention to him. I first used to think, he's just a New Yorker. He just rude as fuck. But no, no, no. Like it's just so funny to me. Like I think I can't even get my words right. He's been doing things to try to keep the black people just hush. We've been fairly quiet this this presidential cycle thus far into his election. We've been fairly quiet. We've been minding our own, and that's all well and good. I think he called himself throwing us a solid with his round of pardons that he had the other day when he pardoned what's the goddamn rapper in Utah?
They ain't want Tory Lane. That's the only rapper I want to see
Is it
part.
NBA young boy?
No, NBA YoungBoy wasn't in jail.
Not in jail. He was he was like kind of like in a house arrest, but like he was confined to Utah. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure it was NBA young boy.
maybe, but I mean,
Yeah, he just pardoned NBA young boy.
okay. Well,
It
if
was
it
either
ain't
him or
Tory Lane, that'll beat Lane's
NLE. Nah,
ass.
it was NBA young boy. He just pardoned NBA young boy and just commuted what's that dude name? Larry Hoover. He just commuted Larry Hoover's
Yeah, I did hear
sentence. Now
about that.
he's still locked up, and he gonna be locked up. But on the federal level, his sentence was commuted, but he still got charges on the state. Apparently, he still got 200 years to serve on the state level, which is crazy.
That's why niggas think that he gonna pardon Diddy. I've been hearing that a lot. They think
Nah,
if Diddy get found guilty, Trump gonna pardon him.
that'd be some bullshit.
You know, But
That would be some bullshit.
to be honest with you, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Trump is just as racist as a black person is racist. The difference is that because he has the complexion for the connection where he can do it outwardly and get away with it.
Well, the difference
Because
between me and you is that I don't believe black people are racist.
You don't believe no black people is racist? Come on now. Come on
Next
now.
question. Come on, keep going. Keep going.
I know. I'm going to say keep it a buck. Yes, black. There are black people. There are plenty of black people who is racist.
Just keep going.
There's black people who is just as racist as Trump, but Trump can get away with it. Straight up. It wouldn't surprise me if Obama was just as racist as Trump, but Obama couldn't do that and get away with it. He couldn't. Obama has even said it in his speeches. Imagine if I had done this.
I don't think Obama is racist.
There's probably part of Obama that's like, man, nigga, I wish I could have did this shit, but I can't. I couldn't get away with it. So imagine if I had have done this, and he's absolutely right. Imagine if Obama had have done some of the shit, said some of the shit that Trump was doing. Oh, no, not in a nation that is still predominantly white.
Well, I can tell you this. They set a precedent, no pun intended, a precedent. Exactly. I can't get it together tonight. A precedent by, you see how Trump just wielding power like this nigga created Earth? Let another black person get into office. And I think that's what they're afraid of, especially after Donald Trump's second term. And we just getting started. Are you kidding me? We just got here. We literally just parked the car and already.
Man, please, again, their apples are the same tree. To be honest with you, because as soon as they get together in the same room, it's key. So they're apples from the same tree. It don't matter.
The bottom line is
not even give a fuck about what the majority of the people need. That's all I'm saying.
But see, the thing, the issue is not the people. Well, okay, the issue is the people, but let me tell you where the issue stems from. Because I feel like most people who get into public service genuinely care about people. Because I'm gonna be honest, the road to public service is a long one. It's not a very rewarding one. And when you start off, it don't pay very much. So you actually have to care about what you're doing to continue doing it. However,
cash rules
once you get to the point,
you get the money, dollar
Brandon,
bills,
y'all. Brandon, you gonna let me finish?
Go ahead. I was rapping. Go ahead. You talk.
However, once you get to the level where you're starting to make money, you're starting to have more influence. You're starting to see your quality of life increase. The people around you are better. Your pockets are fat. Things are getting lovely. You partner up and elbow with the right people. You get lost. You start to only think of yourself and not the people. And I don't think that all politicians are evil or innately immoral or whatever the case may be. I just think they're all greedy. They just all want money, and they don't give a fuck about nobody else but their pockets.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all.
That's what, and I don't even think race plays a big part of it. I think a lot of them are racist, but I think that's
the only thing that matters.
But I think that's a less, I think that's less of a factor than the money.
There's black, there's white, there's Asian, Hispanic, Middle Eastern, and then there's green. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. Give a fuck. Vote for me.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to catch me live at the Saks Theater inside the Miracle Mall shops inside of Planet Hollywood in Las Vegas, Nevada. 8:30, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday when I'm in town. Welcome back to NNN. We're going to sign on off this week. Look, it's been a beautiful, beautiful day today. And I hope that your day is just as beautiful as mine. Now, check it out. Robert Hinton was getting on the elevator with the three white cops, you know, and this black cop refused to let that brother take that elevator ride by himself because he could sense that they were out to whoop this brother's ass on that elevator. Check it out.
Hey, them motherfuckers look mad as a bitch.
I don't know that cop, but that's a cool cop. And see how he's tapping his gun like, don't even try it. And one of the white officers was smiling before he got on. When he got on, that face just two different sides of the street. But if we work together, that's all I'm saying. Stay strong. NNN, signing off. Get out here.
That's crazy because them people up in there look mad as a bitch.
That story's kind of old too, but yeah. Well, good for him. You know, I like that because it's like, yeah, you're a black man, and yeah, you're a police officer, and you found a way to allow the two to coexist in a way that, you know, upheld your dignity as a black man and your duty as a police officer, period.
Period.
Loved it. Loved every second of it.
Period. Period. Cause yeah. And that dude looked like he was preparing for the ass whooping too.
He did. He looked like yeah, he did.
He was like, man, I'm about to get fucked up. And then that black cop came on here. He's like, I don't want to smile because that'll make me look soft. But brother, I'm so glad you're here. Well, maybe he may have thought that he was in on it until he saw the look on them other dude's face. God damn nigger, he gonna stop us from getting us some dark meat.
I love it.
Oh boy. Oh, once again, the NBA finals are set. It is going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers. Good luck with that. Go Thunder. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Good luck with that. Oh boy. All right. Boy, oh boy. So yeah, I just wanted to come on live because we didn't do it last night. I had no energy for nothing. I didn't. Excuse me. Woo.
All right, so what else? You pretty much let Eddie Griffin run your whole show today.
No, I didn't.
You did.
It was a reaction video.
Mm.
I talked about other stuff before you got on. I did. You know, just a reaction video. Eddie Griffin be one of my news sources. Is there something that you want? Is there some tea that you want to spill?
Yeah, I did want to talk about something real quick.
Go ahead.
Something I thought was kind of weird. I don't really have an opinion about it, but for some reason I've been thinking about it. It's like been stuck in my thoughts, and I almost feel like, I don't know, like the program was trying to get me to have an opinion about it. I still don't yet, but I'll see what your opinion about it is. So, okay. I was watching this YouTube video, and in the video, this guy was reacting to TikToks about, like, you know, weird shit, paranormal, UFOs, all that good stuff. And it was this woman made a TikTok about apparently some government whistleblowers had came out and people are talking about the Sumerian gods, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying that the Sumerian gods are returning. And I don't know if you know who the Sumerian gods are, but like, okay, you know Abraham in the Bible, right?
Yeah.
That's back in Sumerian times, okay?
Okay.
So that's how old it is. Think Abraham's time, right? And the Sumerian gods were called the Anunnaki. Have you ever heard of that?
I've heard of teppanyaki.
Hi, hi. Oh my God. All right. Anyway, so the Sumerian gods were called the Anunnaki, and Anunnaki in Sumerian translates to those from which the heavens came, right? So basically saying they came from the sky, period.
Okay.
So if I don't, you clearly don't know the legend of the Anunnaki, so I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of it real quick. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, there was some old scripts found. I think they were the I might got the tablets wrong, but I want to say it's like the Dead Sea Scrolls. It may not be Dead Sea Scrolls. It could be, maybe I think they are the Dead Sea Scrolls. But anyway, some old ancient scrolls were found, right? And it told the story of the Sumerians and their gods, or whatever the case may be. And they said the Anunnaki came down from the sky. They came to Earth because their home world, Nibiru, was dying. The atmosphere was dying, and they came to Earth to mine the gold to put in their atmosphere to save their planet. They said when they got here, they found a race of humanoid beings or ape-like, it was like the apes. I don't know which ape it was, but Homo erectus, it was Homo somebody, but it won't
You said
us,
somebody
right?
got an erectus?
Brandon, shut up. No.
I mean, I'm
You
just
never
saying, like,
you never heard of like, okay, we're Homo sapiens, right? Then
I'm not
there's
a
like
homo
Homo
anything.
erectus. Then there's like Homo
Hey, that's that is funny on so different. Homo erectus.
I know, but 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 the reason why they call them Homo erectus is because I believe they were the first species of human, quote unquote, that stood up straight and walked
Okay, okay.
erect.
Homo
You get what I'm saying?
erect. That's kind of funny to me, but okay.
Anyway, so basically, long story short, Anunnaki got here and they found like, Homo erectus or whatever the case may be. So Anunnaki needed gold
So
for their
Homo erectus
atmosphere,
has, I mean,
for their home world. And they was like, you know what? This is too much work for us to do. So what we're gonna do? Okay, so apparently one of the gods from the Anunnaki, I think his name was either Enki or Enlil. I know they were brothers, but one of the two, I don't remember which one, decided that you know what? We're going to teach the human beings everything that we know. Mind you, this is after they decided to turn Homo erectus into Homo sapiens. So basically saying that they genetically engineered the species of whatever was here, which then turned into us, right? So one of the gods, after they turned them into us, decided they wanted to teach us a bunch of shit. Even though we're supposed to be the slaves mining the gold, they want to teach us a bunch of shit. So the brother of that god, who was like the big god, got pissed off. And then they had a war and all sorts of shit. Long story short, Anunnaki left. And fast forward to 2025, you have us here on Earth. Okay. So the legend is the Anunnakis are who created us, not God, of the Christian Bible, not whomever you believe, whatever the case may be. And apparently, these whistleblowers had came out saying that they got word from high-level government officials saying that the Sumerian gods, aka the Anunnaki, were returning. Now, I watched a video today, which is crazy. That literally when I saw it on YouTube, it was only out for like a couple hours. And it was this channel I've been watching for years called Secure Team 10, right? And in the video, he said, there's something in our galaxy that is baffling scientists because they can't really figure out what it is. They said it's not really acting like a planet or a star, and it is pulsating. They said it pulses for about 1 minute straight every I think they say it pulses for about 1 minute every 22 minutes. It pulses every 22 minutes for a minute straight. It pulses. And they said it's been doing this since like the 80s. And they said they have no idea what it is. So, it's just very interesting to me that all of a sudden we got all these big fucking, distractions going on in the world with Donald Trump completely fucking up the presidency, World War III on the brink, Diddy on trial, all the celebrities going down. God damn it.
That's a big
world. The world is, on fire at the same time. It's flooding. At the same time, it's dried out. At the same time, it's polluted. At the same time, all the animals dying. Like, it's just it's just very interesting to me how there are a lot of things to focus on. But I feel like the things that should be broadcasted the loudest are the things that just slip by with a whisper. Like, these people actually wrote this shit down. They took the time. And, and I'm not a Sumerian, whatever their religion is. I don't know, what they were. But whatever. I don't know who their gods were or whatever the case may be. But I just find it very interesting that people thousands of years ago would take the time to write down a bunch of stories that might not be true. But if you look at it like this, imagine people thousands of years from now who find, a buried Barnes and Nobles and find a fucking bunch of, novels that don't have nothing to do with nothing and think it's historical fact. You think that's possible? You think that maybe these people could just have been writing shit to write it because they were fucking bored?
I mean, one day somebody's gonna find a buried green eggs and ham book and be like, fascinating.
Facts.
I will not eat green eggs and ham. I will not eat them, Sam. I am. Who is this Sam person and why is he I am?
Wow. No. It's just amazing to think like 10,000 years from now when the archaeologists or whoever the fuck the AI archaeologists be digging up shit from today, all the fucking lace fronts they gonna find, all I got fucking smartphone, dead ass. I'm so serious.
I wonder what animal this piece of
all the blunt wrap rappers.
No, probably
like all the tips to black and mouths.
I wonder was this plastic? What is this halfway burnt plastic?
Like, it's just amazing to think about.
No, it's
just amazing to think about.
That's gonna be funny with a fucking lace front. What animal did this come from?
Exactly.
They use this on their
God.
Heads. Unbelievable.
It's crazy. So, I choose not to subscribe. Like I told you, I don't really have an opinion about this. I just thought it was a very interesting fact. Like I told you, I'm a nerd. So I like to indulge in, and not only am I a nerd, I'm a sci-fi nerd. So the more sci-fi it gets, the more it holds my attention. And this is some sci-fi shit. Straight out of sci-fi. The crazy thing is it's not This is a real story written by people from thousands of years ago. It's crazy. These Anunnaki are the same gods that God was telling Abraham in the Bible to turn away from. These Sumerian gods. It's insane. So what I'm thinking, because like I said, I'm I believe in Jesus Christ.
Hey now.
So now this got my whole biblical sci-fi brain working, because like think about it like this. If the Sumerians were worshiping the quote unquote Anunnaki, let's say for shits and giggles, the Anunnaki came and did whatever the fuck maybe they thought they did, or whatever the case may be. Let's say, or claim that they did it, right? And just, told the story to the people. Let's say that these people were ignorant, and the Anunnaki, these supreme beings, came and said, hey, this is what happened. This is where you come from. Do what we say. Mine our gold, right? They're like, oh, okay, people from the sky, sure. We believe that you made us from apes and whatever the fuck. Okay, cool. All right, so now check this out. What if the Anunnaki, because I believe in the book of Enoch, they talk about this. What if the Anunnaki are actually fallen angels, or the fallen ones, or the ones that fell to earth with Lucifer when they were cast out of heaven, the false gods? What if all the false gods of the world, because the Bible preaches that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is the only God, and that you should stop worshiping false gods. What if the false gods, like all the Greek gods, all the Roman gods, the Hindu, the Buddhists, the, Anunnaki, what if all of that shit is nothing but the fallen angels trying to deceive humans
Two things.
into not really understanding or accepting that God, Yahweh, Yahuwah,
Two things to answer
is
that.
the God.
Two answers to that question. One, Lance Watson would have a lot of splaining to do. And two, I think I have another answer to your questions right here.
Why the black people, why everything is pitted against black people, why they always keep moving the goalposts, why they wagging the dog and wagging the finger, because it's actually what it is, the same thing. It's because when the aliens came, so we're not talking about, see you laughing, the aliens came, they are the ones that have constructed this matrix and made brown skin its enemy. Don't, why you laughing? You fucking laughing. This is why you pissed off, and I'm telling you. See, you think this shit is fucking funny, Brandy. I don't want to hear that. See? You think it's fucking funny. You wait till you find out.
I think you're fucking.
But you keep going on and on about it.
There's your answer right there.
I mean, if you miss Robert, just say you miss Robert.
No,
Okay?
it's because when the aliens came, there's your answer. Oh boy, you were talking about, just the subject that you were talking about, that just brought that up. That's all.
Okay. Well, whatever. I just thought it was a very very cool, interesting thing. Also, they're talking about a fucking tsunami on the West Coast. Because remember I told you I was like, I want to move to California. I want to move to California. You know what? I think I changed my mind for
That
now.
was a week ago. That was a week ago when you said that.
I think I changed my mind for now.
That was a week ago. And what did I tell you? Have fun with that.
Not now. I'll wait a while.
Okay. And when that while pass, my answer will be the same. You have fun with that. I will say this.
I won't move to Los Angeles. I'll move somewhere else, definitely far, far away from Los Angeles. But
I did hear something about earlier this week. Maybe it was a week ago. Something that was interesting. Cities that are sinking the fastest. And
Yeah.
yeah, Houston was the one that was Houston, Texas was the city that was seen as sinking the fastest. Um, I forget what I know that one of the other cities was New York City. I can't remember the rest of them. Honestly, but yeah, yeah, and I was like, wow. Um, oh, I think one of them was in Colorado. One of the cities was Colorado in Colorado.
Fuck is Colorado sinking?
Oh.
That's crazy.
Matter of fact, I'm pulling up. I'm pulling up the info now. The fastest sinking city. Now, this gave me the fastest sinking cities in the world. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Here we go. In the United States, the fastest sink. Oh, I thought it was Houston. They said New Orleans. Okay.
That makes more sense.
So you got Indonesia, London. Wow. Bangladesh, Thailand, New Orleans, Shanghai, Mexico City, Venice, and Lagos. That's weird.
And who?
Lagos, Nigeria.
Lagos?
Okay, well, tomato.
I think it's Lagos. That's terrifying to think.
It is, ain't it?
At this point, you know what I need?
See, there you go. Here it is, right here. Yeah, Houston, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas.
You know what I need, Brandon?
What it is?
At this point,
What it
you
is?
know that ship they had in the first Avengers movie when Captain America thought it was a submarine, but it was like a sky ship?
Oh wow.
I need a sky ship right now. Right now.
Washington D.C. That's 7. Pamlico County, North Carolina. Virginia Beach, Virginia. Ain't that a bitch?
Well, I mean, they say coastal cities are
It's
more
sunk
prone.
12 inches in the past 50 years.
That's
San
significant.
Francisco, New Orleans, Houston, and Central Valley, California. Wow. Damn. Yikes.
So basically, what this means is we need to go somewhere towards the mountains. Not quite middle America, but almost.
Yeah,
And
I
we
was
need to
just
head
going to say
west.
Middle America.
No, because they have too many tornadoes. So we can't go quite
Oh,
all the
West
way.
Virginia. Okay, so I'll call David and be like, you about to have company, nigga. You move
Yeah,
over
we
along
need
with the goddamn Annabelle doll. Y'all move over.
high elevation. I had read
Yeah,
something, and it
so
could just be
no,
TikTok
there
trolling,
you
but
go. Denver, Colorado. Here your boy come. Mile high. There you go.
that might actually be a good place, though. Real talk.
Hello. Mile high. Certain very high above sea level. Mm-hmm. Colorado
Not as
Springs.
high not as high as Mount Everest.
That's all right. Not as high as people be smoking, but it is what it is.
Wow.
Ooh wee. It's hey you guys, it's the first of the month. So cash your checks and get up. It's the first of the month. It is June 1st.
You know what that means, right?
Everybody EBT done reloaded?
No. 18 days until Juneteenth.
Oh yeah, and I'm off that day from the county.
Me
Anyway,
too. Yo, I found out I'm off too.
hold up, and at the Nest, y'all off?
Yep.
Man, I respect the fuck out of y'all for that. Because if you think that Skip
Boo.
was closed, nope, that's all right. Brandon gonna be closed. That's a
I
Thursday
know
too.
that's right.
That's a Thursday too. Early weekend, bitch.
Wow.
Ah, boy. They're gonna be there's somebody on him from Skip with now. I heard him say it.
Wow.
When he planned this. Yeah.
So, yeah. Just to circle back to what we were talking about before, the sky stuff is ramping back up. Um, I remember for a brief moment in time, like around December, January, February, all the drone stuff was popping off, and then it got real quiet after Donald Trump, kind of like right after he got elected, and inaugurated and stuff like that. I mean, inaugurated. They got a little quiet. We didn't see as many drones. We don't hear
I
as much
forgot all
about it,
about that
but
shit, to tell you the truth. I forgot all about that shit.
exactly. Remember, that's all you hear about was goddamn drones.
For about a good 2-week period. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Saw one my damn self.
Me too.
Bringing the kids from the library. Matter of fact, Roman saw it first. Is that a drone? I like, no, they know. I be goddamn. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
It was low enough
but I
where I could
mean,
have
it
hit that
didn't
bitch
look.
with a football.
It didn't. I mean, the one I saw, it was big, but it didn't look. It didn't look extraterrestrial. It just looked like a fucking drone. Just like the big drone.
All I'm telling y'all is, people, vote for me. I got a lot of shit going on in 2028. I'm gonna be trying out for the Olympics, and you know, my name. I want my name on the ballot. Vote for your boy. I'm telling you.
You know what? I don't understand how you can even think about putting your name on the ballot when you need to be doing it now. Any candidates who are thinking about campaigning for the 2028 elections are getting their shit
2028, you
together
mean?
right now. What I
2028?
say?
You said 2020.
No, I said the 28 elections.
You said 2020. I promise you.
All right, whatever. But nonetheless, they're doing it now.
Oh, well, I guess that means time to get to work.
Okay.
Time to get to work. DJ Brave Easy coming to a ballot near you. A person who actually gives a damn about what's going on with y'all. Not one of these suit and tie people on Capitol Hill who's just trying to form America into what they think it is or what they want it to be, or just cooperating with the NWO. And I ain't talking about Hulk Hogan.
This has nothing to do with anything, but Roman was just talking in his sleep.
Oh shit.
It scared the shit out of it scared the shit out of me and the damn cat just now.
That's
We
funny.
sitting here, all of a sudden, he's like, something, back up, back up, back up.
You went and looked in his room and he was
What
asleep.
the hell? Yes, that shit freaked me out.
Well, I asked him about what the hell was you dreaming about? Where you were saying back up,
That,
back up, back up.
no, I said Roman. I said Roman. And he opened up his eyes. I said, you talking in your sleep? He said, who, me? Yeah, who else is Roman? What the hell?
This is where that little contraption of mine would come in handy.
Oh my God, Brandon.
Mm-hmm. Sure would. But anyway, I'm about to get up out of here because I got to use the potty. I got to use the potty. And I got to put this grilled stuff away.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I got to put this grilled stuff away. Fix me some more 80 proof. And probably shower some of this grill up off me. Yeah. But boy did his thing on that today. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. So my people, It was a Saturday night, not a Friday night. Usually we go from Friday night into Saturday morning, but today we went from Saturday into Sunday morning. I hope everybody has a blessed rest of your Sunday. And guess what? We will see you mañana on Sports Plus Life. It's your boy Brandon Bravon Towns saying peace. And for Miss Nakia Weathers Towns saying peace.
Adios.
Love you. And we'll see you Monday. Well, technically, Lomar, you're going to catch us tomorrow. You're going to catch your boy tomorrow. Talking about that sports shit. You heard me. Later. Peace. Love you. Mwah!